continue to walk, and I'm blessed. See the love of God in my flex, I'm so blessed. 20K just on my chain, he say less. Text every day to get dressed, so blessed. Been through the storm and the rain, still blessed. Had a couple heartaches and pain, still blessed. Handle the pressure from fame, still blessed. God called my name, so blessed.
Yes, I'm blessed, don't play boy, cause I got a man. Taylor just for this fit, I'm gonna get the sweat.
Welcome back to another episode of the Cobain Report. I am Rocc Cobain, and that's right. I didn't say it because there's nobody here but me, but it's fine because let me tell you what we're going to do. We're going to hold this thing down. While I have your attention, I want you to go right here, go down here. Hey, like, subscribe, and make sure you share, right? I want you also to go to right here, thecobainreport.com. It should be somewhere around my stomach, right up in that area. Yeah, right there. I want you to go down there and I want you to sign up for our new show, Catch a Vibe. It's hosted by Cezah and Tia.Mac whenever she chooses to come back. But while she's on sabbatical, I need you to go right there and sign up because we need new guests. You never know who might be on the show. Shout out to Rich Flex for our first initial episode of that. It was crazy funny. All right, so I want you guys to go check that out right now. But if you click the thumbnail, you know who's here. So I'm not going to waste no time because I know why y'all tuned in because I'm about to watch it too. Let me tell you, I'm about to watch it. I'm ready. Okay. All right. So today on the Cobain Report, that's right. I had to keep my foot up. Detroit style. Detroit has always been known for creating artists with real stories, real grit, and real talent. Today's guest is somebody who represents that new wave of Detroit sound, blending melody, emotion, and trap energy into something completely her own. She's known as the Queen of R&B Trap. If you've been tapped into the culture, you've heard records like On a Cloud, I'ma Go Crazy. That's crazy on YouTube right now, okay? Boss Up and White Sticks, all right? Her music tells a story of resilience, from growing up through adversity to building a career and a fan base that stretches beyond the city limits. She carves out her own lane with the sound that mixes soulful vocals on the edge of hip hop. Today, she's here with me by my damn self. Amen. About the journey, the music, the growth, and what's next. Ladies and gentlemen, Detroit's own by way of Ypsilanti, the R&B Queen of Trap in Detroit. Neisha Neshae is here to talk to the Cobain. Well, I know.
It's Neisha. Listen, I think I'm gonna need you to type up that intro for me so I can send it to some blogs and stuff. You know?
Hey, we be legendary on this show with these intros, okay? No, I take pride in making sure that I can give people their flowers, right? I have been listening to your music for over, like, I would say 9 or 10 years now at this point, right? So I've been on a ride. Like, I remember I moved to Lansing in 2014. So when you started popping, right, I was up there, but I was banging it up there. Like, I was going crazy banging it up there because I love the fact that you are an artist who's not afraid to express yourself. Right. You talk about the journey of life. You don't try to make it seem like, you know, even though we know you the it girl, as you like to say, right? You've always been lit, right? But you still have a vulnerability about yourself that allows you to connect with your audience and be real, right? So just for my audience, because we call this the bridge is a little bit, I'm a preacher's kid. My daddy's a pastor, right? He a bishop, right? So I have a little church audience that kick in, right? And I also have a street audience because I was an R&B producer and engineer and I did music for a little while, right? Mm-hmm. So I was able to bridge both of those cultures and bring both people in. Mm-hmm. So for my audience that don't know, right, can we take them on a little journey, a little ride real quick?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So let's talk about early on Neisha Neshae, right? Mm-hmm. So tell me a little bit about what it was like to grow up in Ypsilanti. Mm-hmm. Okay, tell me a little bit about that. Well,
I don't really remember too much of my childhood, you know, because it was pretty traumatic for me. However, from what I can remember, mm-hmm. I just spent a lot of time with my friends. You know, I just hung out outside. I would say like Ypsi is a little less dangerous and violent than mm-hmm. Detroit, but it's still on the same verge. Yeah, you know, they have their areas and they hoods and stuff you don't really want to mess with. But you know, with me being as young as I wasn't really involved in all of that. But you know, I still represent for my city. Yeah, south side of Ypsi all day.
So by way of church, some way, mm-hmm. right? Joining the choirs. Was you on the praise team?
I wasn't on the praise team, but I did sing for a choir. I grew up in a Presbyterian church, so it wasn't like, you know.
What was that like? I can imagine, right?
Good people. Yeah. Good people, man.
Their hearts were pure as gold. Doesn't our heart burn right now for the Lord?
I'm telling you. I could go back there today and love is still the same.
Right. Yeah. So when did you start to realize that music wasn't just something that you like doing? Like, when did it start to kick in for you?
I think when my family would just like, we would always get together and have family time, and that would be their number one request is like, Neisha, can you sing for us? Can you get on the karaoke? You know, my family crying every time I sing, and just showing me that that's like what brings us all together. Like we could all be having a bad day or something. I sing for everybody, and like it's, you know, everything comes together. But I've sung all my life. Like of course, school choir and in the shower and all that good stuff.
That's the vibes right there, though. Yeah. That's when the real stuff comes
And I think just like my friends telling me like, girl, you're good at this. Like your music is good. Like nobody is doing what you're doing. And like at the age of 14, I was like, you know what? I started going to people's basement studios and working in their houses and just trying to build a catalog. The music was pretty trash. Now that I listen back at it, in 2014, my music was
Oh, the cloud was lit. That was 15.
That wasn't 2014. That was like 2017.
I thought that was a 15.
It might have been.
That was 15.
I don't know. 16 maybe. The earliest. Okay. Because I was 18 going on 19 at the time. Okay. Like I'm about to be 30. So long ago.
Praise the Lord, saints. Amen. Mind your business. You just keep tuning in because you're going to keep seeing this blackened beard. You ain't going to know how old I am ever.
You going to go in with the dye on y'all. You'll never know.
Oh, you ain't got to worry. It's going to be there every week. Tune in. Tune back next week. And Cezah will say, my mustache and beard combo. Okay. Who was some of the artists that influenced you growing up? Who did you listen to? That's little Neisha.
Keys. A lot of Alicia Keys, a lot of Mary J. Blige, Beyonce, Rihanna, Leona Lewis, Kelly Clarkson.
Leona Lewis.
Oh yeah,
you gotta watch yourself. You talking my age group now, Shondo. Go ahead.
I grew up with just music playing around me all the time, like rock and roll music. Like it's a variety, and you can tell in my music too because I hate to feel like I'm in a box when I'm doing stuff. Like so, I've made a couple songs that are really good country records. Growing up listening to country.
Because you out there with the Presbyterianites.
Oh, my goodness. You know what?
Shout out to all Luke and everybody else who done well growing up.
Praise the Lord.
You hear me? Okay, so what's some of the earliest songs you remember walking around singing in the house? Like, what's some of your early ones?
Got something to say, got something to say. What's that song? When my girl walked in, my parents went out and she said, hey, girl, come on, ride around. You remember that one?
No.
You don't remember that?
Who is it?
And he was, I can't remember his name, but it was storytelling. He was talking about how his girl.
Is it Craig David? Was it Craig David?
I don't know. Google it real quick and let me know if I'm talking about the right person. Craig David, he tell a story about him and the girl. They snuck out and she got caught when all of that. People that are listening will know what I'm talking about.
Okay, cool. So y'all put in the comments the song. So me and Neisha, you know, I got to do my Googleizations. So I'm going to need you to comment right now, okay? Whatever the song is that she just gave y'all. Because this is the crazy part. She don't even sing on interviews. She gave y'all a little bit. So y'all need to comment right now. Whatever you're going to do for Neisha Neshae, okay? So you've been very emotional about your journey and the things that you've overcome, right? Yeah. What's one moment in your life where you felt like you almost gave up music, but something inside you told you to keep going?
I guess I'd be lying if I said I didn't have my moments where I was like, you know what? I think I'm good on this.
Oh, yeah.
I've had, maybe one or two. But it was when I was I am currently still going through these things behind the scenes, like politically being in court. I've been fighting to get out of a contract for like 5 or 6 years now. And so like early on in that process, I was kind of like, you know what? They're trying to take the love out of this for me. So I was like, I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
That's anymore, crazy. You know? It get a little itchy in there as an artist. You like, they playing with me.
So that was one time. I think another time was, I don't know. I was probably like just super depressed at the time. And I felt like I was just going hard, being consistent, doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. And it felt like nothing was changing. And so it was like, dang, God, is this what you want me to do? But, I had to recalibrate. And I'm like, there's no way I would be able to do this smoothly anyway. It's not supposed to go smoothly.
Yeah, nah.
And
anything worth anything is going to give you a little pushback. It's going to give you a little struggle because the overcomer story is really what's the heat. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Being able to say, I remember when, blah, blah, had them old folk stories.
Look back and laugh at all of this.
Yeah. Oh my, what? All right, bro. Yes. I'm talking about As an artist to artist, yes, I agree with you in all of that energy right now, right? I don't talk about my music career on this show because I'm trying to be a Montel Williams. You see, I got the mustache. I want to be a podcaster now. Okay, so your breakout record was On a Cloud, caught a lot of attention. What do you remember about the moment that the song started blowing up? Talk to me about when it started getting real. You're starting to get heat now.
I remember a lot of people thinking it was Rihanna. Like, a lot of people didn't even know it was me.
They weren't from Detroit then.
Like, they heard it on the radio. They're like, oh, Rihanna finally dropped new music. I was like, that's not Rihanna.
No.
You know? It was kind of me catching up to the record. The record got big so fast that people didn't put the face to the record. So it was just like kind of a catch-up game. But it was beautiful to see that this record with this type of context was catching on, especially in Detroit, because that's not something like people usually would listen to.
But we be itching for a different sound.
Yeah,
that's why I feel like ladies like you, Charity, and the ones that have like authentic and organic sound, y'all make waves because we be waiting. We be waiting on our own, you know what I'm saying? So when you came through, like, no, we didn't see the face. But then when we did see the face, we was like, okay, praise the Lord, saints. This is going to work for us here too, right? And then you start moving into legendary status. You know what I'm saying? Like, for a minute there, I remember, like, you couldn't turn on the radio without hearing Neisha Neshae.
Yeah.
Talk to me about those moments of, like, that got to be surreal. Because you put in so much legwork.
You took the words out of my mouth. It was surreal. It was like, is this really happening? Like, you know, and then, like, I just knew I had a lot more work to do, too. It was just so early in the game, and I didn't have a lot of knowledge about the music industry and the business side of things, and so I was enjoying the success, but I also was like trying to maneuver it at the same time and not be too much of a like a puppet, you know, because when you don't know much, you got to let people lead you and tell you this and that, and you got to trust them.
You got to trust them. You got to trust them
until you educate yourself.
Yes, and it hurts when you figure this thing out. So, I had Tone on not too long ago, right? And I asked Tone, I said, what's one of the things that you liked about the music business? He was like, nobody's your friend. Nobody's your bro. You can't rely on nobody. And he told us a story that he went through, right? From being attached to a label, right? So the similar thing that I hear from the majority of artists that I interview is like, I learned the hard way. You gotta, like, because we have big dreams. We got bigger dreams, as your boys say, right? We got big dreams. So I'm not gonna say we be gullible, but we definitely be optimistic. We be just wanting to be real, like, because we know our talent, we know our worth. You especially, you really had the package. Like, you was coming out dancing, singing, rapping.
Have the package.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking about 15. I'm talking about On the Cloud still. Dang, dog. Okay, so Cezah, we miss you because I didn't get cooked already, amen. So I thought I was gonna have a free day, but she cooked me too. So during that period, right, when I first remember you noticing you, right, I was like, she has it all.
Thank you.
Okay, because I don't want no drama. All right, I know how to not get in trouble from women. All right, praise the Lord, saints. All right, so we gotta move right on. So. That record introduced people to your sound, right? And how do you define R&B trap? Because the first time I remember hearing that term, you kind of like coined the vibe for me up here, but I'm from Detroit. So yeah, talk to me about that R&B trap thing.
It originally stemmed from me just not wanting to be put in a box. You know what I mean? It's like, there's somebody hears you sing and you're automatically an R&B artist. And I enjoy rapping and I enjoy like my melodic vibes that still got a little bit of rap to it or whatever. You know, so I was like, let me create my own genre. It's like a mixture of my class and my well put togetherness and a mixture of my hood and my upbringing and, you know, the trap side of me, the streets.
When you start calling yourself the queen, did they start giving you a little pushback, or do you think you got a little bit of because you know when you queen in Detroit, that's tight. You hear me?
Listen, I didn't call myself that first. They called me that
Clear
first.
it up. Like, but I mean, I feel like you earned it. Who else is it in the lane that's actually delivering? It's tight.
No, I think any of the female artists that have put in the work, have done anything to pour back into the community, that have, you know, collaborated with other upcoming artists and whatever the case might be, I think they're queens of Detroit too. I don't think that I'm the only one or anything like that. Like, I don't consider myself to be, you know, on a humble status. Like, I think we're all queens. Well, the ones that are doing what they're supposed to be doing, you know, and whatnot. Like, I give everybody their flowers. Like, I'm the queen of R&B trap. I'm the queen of my own lane. you know, and I am a queen in the city of Detroit.
Yeah, facts. I think that's facts. I think that's 110% facts. It's not even up for debate for me. Like, I thought about somebody, right? But then I was like, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah,
because I'm not gonna be
stuff
messy.
like that alone. It's not.
I'm not gonna be messy on this
What's
show today.
understood needs no explanation.
Yeah, exactly. Do you feel like Detroit artists have to work sometimes twice as hard as other artists to either be heard or to be noticed in the game? Because you're outside of A-Mount, right? Yeah. So I'm talking like, yeah.
Work twice as hard. Yes, I do, because I think that there's just so many eyes on Detroit right now. So many different things going on. You want to stand out? Everybody here in Detroit is a superstar. Everyone is famous. You know, that's just like, that's Detroit's theme.
Yeah,
you know, so what are you going to do to be different and stand out and build a world that is like impactful by the mass or whatever the case is, you know? So yeah. And sustain it for a long period of time and not just be like some in and out quick trend thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. Work hard, extra hard, triple hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Great answer. Great answer. I have to double back on that one part. Everybody in Detroit is a damn celebrity.
Yeah.
When I moved out the Matrix and I moved to Lansing, right? Because it's a Matrix, right?
100%.
You will 100% believe like it's its own little world. So I tell people, if you make it in Detroit, you can literally survive and make it in your own city and be like hood rich and all that kind of stuff. Just because it's its own. It's what it is. It's Detroit. But once I moved out, right, and I started to understand, like, oh, they don't play these people on the radio everywhere. They don't play. Oh. But then I started to hear your records up there, and the only people that I feel like in Detroit that get played in Lansing are people who are really moving and shaking. Yeah. I remember hearing MCD Jr. I'm Addicted, right? When they started playing, I was like, oh, he got one. They playing him everywhere. They finally started playing him everywhere, right? I think Detroit, we have the grit, we have the sound, we have the thing, but because we have the stigma, right, of Motown, they don't really want to give it back to us. Yeah. Tone said not too long ago in the interview I did with him, he said that he feels like if Detroit, we had the ball, it was hot too, we had it, right? Yeah. But now it's starting to fade away because we're not unified. What do you think about that statement as a Detroit artist?
I agree with the unification side of things. I think that it needs to be happening more. Collaborations, and it doesn't just have to be music. It could be anything. We have so many different talented people out here in the city, from fashion to, you know, the music, acting, all of these things, just even simply content creation. Yes. We can get like people to link up more often and really build something that, you know, whatever. That's my point in that. And then like, as far as the ball thing, I think we'll always have the ball in our court, you know, or we'll always have the ball. Like, that's solely dependent on what we think about the city of Detroit and the music and all of that. Like, you can't take the ball away from me. Are you crazy?
Yeah. They want to be us, if you actually. They want to be us.
They want our sound. They want our swag. They want everything we're doing. So
they can't. And the crazy part is, it's happening. I look at people like Boss Man D-Lo. I look at the whole Milwaukee vibe. All them. They swear to God. Milwaukee swears to God that Detroit copies them. But we was first with everything.
We've been doing it. We've been with this sound.
Everything they put on, the style, the sound, the walk, everything. Like we've been Cartier up. It's just
Ben. Been doing that.
Been. Okay. So early on in your career, you received a Big Sean stamp. What did that feel like at that point in time to, you know, start to link up with those major artists? Because now the game changing for you.
Yeah, that's when it got real for me. Yeah. Like, I'm leveling up. I need to step up everything it is I'm doing so that I can align with these people and it all makes the most sense, you know. I'm grateful that he co-signed me. To this day, we're still really good friends. He took me on his tour. I did 16 cities with him, so that was a blessing. My very first tour. And yeah, like I learned a lot from that. Yeah. You know, my performances got better. Yeah. And now I'm just ready for my own solo tour.
What's one of your favorite memories from that tour that you can legally talk about?
My favorite memories. You know, honestly, I've talked about this in an interview before. Damn. I think on this, my bad. I didn't get into this much depth about it, but
I need Cezah to come back. This ain't right. It's like, no, go ahead.
I think that I was I had very high social anxiety at the time. Like I wasn't as grounded as I am now. So it was hard for me to really enjoy it and really be present in the tour because I was just so focused on like, is my hair okay? Is my outfit okay? Am I sounding right? Like, you know, am I doing the right thing? I'm making everybody proud. So it was like, you know, I missed out on embracing certain moments, you know, that I could have, you know, probably could have enjoyed more. But being backstage with Big Sean and I think his name was like Tokyo or something like that. He was also on a tour. Just being able to talk to them and chop it up and they spoke life into me and told me I'm doing everything I should be doing. And it's just being able to experience that at such a young age, even if I didn't get everything out of it, I felt like I wanted to. Just having the experience alone was a blessing. And I'll be able to, you know, talk about that forever. Tell my kids, you know, to always be a part of the journey. And then on the next tour, I'll be more present, more aware, less self-conscious, less anxious. You know, I'll be able to meet new people and talk to more people. So.
That answer sparks so many so I have a script, right? But when you answer stuff, I be want to deviate so bad because I be having little questions that I be want to ask, but they're teaching me to not overtalk the guests. Cause my boss over there in the corner, swear to God, I want her to click the mic on one day, but she don't want to join the show. She just want to tell me what to do all the time. Okay. So what I want to ask about that is social anxiety and being present, right? Because as an artist, it starts to become a job, right? And then once it starts to become a job, it's no longer as fun as it was before, right? You talk about the hair, the stuff, all the things that we quote unquote make you an artist in our eyes. But your true grit fans, they gonna love whatever you bring to the table. But that's hard to get out of your own brain, right? At what point did it start to not be fun anymore? You brought it up. I go back to my script after this.
It's fun for me now. Okay, I did have a period in my career where it probably wasn't fun for me because it felt like a job and it felt like obligations and, oh, you have to do this or else you'll pay the repercussions of this or like, you know? So, yeah, at a point in time, I did look at this like, wow, like this isn't fun. What is this? But now that I'm in this space where it's like, okay, I found a consistency with my output when it comes to like recording music, content, and showing up. And I found that what works best for me in that aspect is not necessarily being like, let me be consistent like this, right? It's more so if I'm going to be consistent, I'm going to base the consistency off of my vibe. And so instead of feeling obligated to show up every day because I need to be consistent, it's like, let me show up because I feel this vibe. So that's helped me a lot with just enjoying the process more and feeling less obligated to wake up every day and show up in a way that, oh, like let me please these people here on Instagram or let me go over here and please these people on TikTok. It's like, nah, I'm feeling this way today. These are the vibes. This is what we're putting out, you know? And that's worked so well for me over the past couple of years. I've gone viral multiple times on TikTok with just covers alone. And so
you legend for sure. So I always say in Detroit, like when people hit legendary status to me, I be like, no, you legend. Because I think about all of the things that you do and you do them a cappella a lot of times, right? And you do these things to just show people like, no, I can really, really sing. And this is not just auto-tune. I was listening to some of your earlier records, right? And I was like, that girl didn't even need the auto-tune. Music has progressed so much in these past 10 years that now we like, just put it on 35. You know what I'm saying? We used to be like, reverb. Put it on 3. And to be like back in the day. Now you're like, put it on 35 with a little reverb and a little delay. We'd be all right, right? Slap delay too, by the way. Anyway, that's how you know I do this. You hear me? I sat many years behind that computer. So transitioning into this next question, feeling like you had to make a hit. How did that make you feel and how did that impact your career mentally, right? Because we get into this thing where you was on the radio, bro. You feel me? So like, did you get to the point where you felt like you had to make a hit?
I didn't even know I was gonna make a hit. Like after On a Cloud, I'm like, okay, this is my hit record here. Like this is what we're gonna push. This is how we gonna. And then it was like, okay, we got a new record for you. Like let's put out this I'ma Go Crazy.
That bitch went crazy.
And I'm like,
I told you we can cuss a little bit.
Yeah, I was a little nervous about putting that out. I'm like, people gonna think I'm crazy now. Like,
oh my God.
You know, I'm promoting violence after promoting like being on a cloud and living your best life. I was confused at the time, but
So that's the hood version of to the left in my eyes. Okay,
Yeah,
so that's the I'm gonna go crazy. That's
the fuck out the
that's
house.
the hood version to the left.
Yeah.
You did the Detroit hood version of that song. Okay,
Yeah.
I appreciate that record a lot because the production side of it. I love Hell of a Beats, and then I like you with Hell of a. I like the I don't know if it's the Detroitness.
chemistry
The chemistry is crazy,
there.
and I don't know if it's just because it's a Detroit thing, a Fago thing, or whatever. But it's like. That's the collaboration you didn't know that you needed for the rest of your life, or like the sound that you needed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Talk to me about that period, working with Helliva.
Yeah. I never necessarily felt the pressure to make a hit as I did to make good music.
Yeah.
You know, like I was like, On the Cloud is so good. Like, I'm gonna go crazy, so good. Now I gotta keep just making good records. And so that's the headspace I've always been in. But working with Helliva has always been dope. Like from day one, he's always giving good guidance. When we're in the studio, it's just like a natural vibe for us. On the Cloud, I'm gonna go crazy, boss up, love life.
That's my song.
I'm trying to kill her. I mean, I have so many records out with him, and they're all just like versatile and different, and they all came so naturally. I mean, he's a dog.
I feel like he get out through you his R&B soul.
Yes, like he know he can use me. For
that. He's like, I got something that ain't nobody else gonna use. I need you for this right here. Like I can hear it as an engineer, like a producer.
Yeah.
Like no. Okay, so therapy, right?
Yeah.
Music is therapy for you. I can hear it in your pen. I can hear it in the way that you deliver certain lyrics, the way that you deliver certain energy. Talk to me about how you use music as your therapy. And when did you get there? Am I going to, I can back up a little bit.
No, you're fine. Okay. I prefer these type of questions.
Okay.
I grew up playing basketball. That was like my number one love.
Okay.
Travel basketball. Then when I got in 11th grade, my mom passed away. And, obviously during all of that, I was still singing on my own time and still playing basketball. But I decided that basketball wasn't enough of a remedy for whatever I was going through with my mom passing away. And so I quit basketball and turned to music. And from then, it's just been music since. I told everybody in school I'm about to be famous. I'm doing music. Everybody that went to school with me can vouch for the fact that I said I'm going to do this, and I'm doing it now.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, that's pretty much, hopefully I answered your question. I'm not sure.
You did. Because I got some other, 11th grade, losing your mom?
Yeah.
How was that for you? And how did that shape the woman that I see today that's strong as hell and got backbone and all the stuff?
Well, thank you.
Yeah. It took a lot of work to get here, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did. A lot of internal work.
Yeah.
A lot of healing.
Yeah.
My mom didn't raise me. My aunt and my grandpa raised my sister and I. They did a beautiful job. My mom was, unfortunately addicted to drugs, and she was in the streets. So I was reintroduced to my mom in 9th grade. We were at the mall one day. She just happened to be there, called out me and my sister's name. And from then we re-met her 2 years later. Okay, so let me backtrack. So we met her. I was in about 9th grade at the time. After I met her, I was skipping school, trying to go to her house, hang out with her. Because obviously at the time we were living with my aunt and my grandpa. Yeah. So I was curious. I'm like, I want to see what it's like with my mom.
That's natural.
So I missed a lot of school. Like that was kind of like a pivot point from my life. I lived with her for a period of time during that. And then, like I said, 2 years later, she ended up ODing and passing away.
Damn.
On Valentine's Day.
That's tough. That is crazy. Right? And for you to be the woman that I see today and that not taking you out alone tells me a lot about your like who you are inside and what you just that overcomer spirit. It tells me a lot about it. You are resilient. You're a strong lady. And what I have sitting right here in front of me is I wouldn't believe that. Like, I wouldn't believe you went through all of that you went through that early, because just who you are, and what you've done overall in your career. You a beast. I respect you a lot bit more now. You know how they say a little bit more. I respect you a lot bit more now, okay?
Appreciate that.
So I'm gonna transition a little bit, okay? So It's tight to get in there. Give me a second. I need to get in there. Damn, girl. Okay.
Somebody get the man some tissue.
Right. It reminds me of hearing a story. So I talk about, the producer from the show a lot, but she has a story that's an overcomer story too. And it's something about when I see women who go through things early, but then they just over it. Because it's already expected that you guys are like, softer or whatever, or weaker or whatever. But to see, and don't get me in trouble, y'all. Don't block me, YouTube. But, it's perceived as that. So to see you guys who can just out and just still be like, I'm boss. I'm big dog. Like, I'm big Neisha. Like, it's crazy to see the energy and to see what you went through and to still be able to make what you've made out of your life and career. Yeah. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay, I don't know if it matters because I don't know you like that, but I'm proud of you just being from your city. Okay,
of course, the energy comes from my mom and everything.
Yeah.
Like she passed that down to me. So
Yeah.
the confidence, the resilience, and everything that I've been using to carry me through everything, like that comes from her. So and from God, obviously.
You're a beast. You talk about religion a lot now. Nowadays, right?
Yeah.
Talk to me about when that thing started to kick in for you. Because you often talk about when you started to wake up and you started to figure things out for yourself.
I've always been heavily into God. Like I was raised on, the religion and everything. I think I might have lost a little sight of that during like my adolescence or whatever. Just the discovery of who I am and like just not being as close to God as I could have been. But like as I got older and just deeper into my career, I knew that I couldn't keep going without God. Like I couldn't keep doing what I was doing and carrying the load I was carrying without God. And I realized like, man, you know what? I did get out of touch with you. Let me fix this relationship with you. And whether that means me speaking publicly about you or spreading the word, like tell me what it is you want me to do to show that I'm willing to even
all right, so this where that goes. That's where that goes. You feel that? Now you see where it goes. That's where that goes.
It makes sense.
Woo! When it get a little bit heavier, a little high, I got because let me tell you, Doc. All right? It's nothing like getting that thing together with him. That is the woo! All right, go ahead. Let me get you because let me tell you. When you start talking about the Jesus, or the Lord, or I'm all right with it. Okay, you hear me?
Yeah.
Because I know how that thing feel.
Yeah.
Anyway, this your interview. I'm gonna shut up. Back on track, Gregory. When you create music, what usually comes first? The vibe, the melody, the beat. How do you come up with them hit records?
It's always the vibe first. So based off of however I'm feeling in that moment. So if I'm turned up coming home from the club or whatever, that's probably the vibe I'm gonna give. If it's late at night or I'm going through something, I'm in my feelings or something, of course, it's probably gonna be R&B or love or inspiration. Strictly vibes. Then we come like melody. Play the beat and then you just be humming, trying to come up with how am I gonna bounce on this record.
Right.
And then you sit there and meditate or figure out how the words are going to come to you. And usually they'll just come to me naturally. Like I have my whole melody through the whole song and then I could plug in the words. Pretty simple process when you don't think too much about it.
Do you overthink it a lot though?
Often. I'm a Gemini.
Oh, Jesus Christ. My father's a Gemini. She already heard this a million times. My father's a Gemini and I'm a Leo. So praise the Lord.
I know about y'all Leos.
Yeah, I know about y'all Gemini. So we're going to keep this interview moving in Jesus' name. So I don't want to pay tithes. All right. So when you get to the melody, right? You get to the vibe. You're starting to create these records, right? When you start to feel like, what makes you know like this one may be one? Because we create all day as creatives. What do you know you got one though?
You feel it. You cannot fake feeling. Just like you can't fake the way somebody treats you, right?
Yeah.
You can't see the way they treat you and be like,
energy.
It's that. It's like, dang, this feels good. Like I feel this, and you can't second guess it. You just got to go for it.
Yeah.
And that's when like, and sometimes, you can't please everybody. Sometimes it might feel good to you, and the next person be like, it happens with me and my manager sometimes. I'll send him a song that I love. I'm like, this is this the one. Like
he be like, wah.
He be like, go back in on the second verse.
Oh my God, Jupiter, I hate you. Anyway, Because Jupiter, I was like, bro, I just did this remix of this. He was like, yeah, go, it ain't there yet. I was like, I don't even want to do it no more. I'm giving up. I'm giving up.
Like, you don't even know I've been working on this
like,
song for
dog,
like 2 weeks.
like, bro, you know what? I don't want to do it no more. I'm going back to work. Okay, I got a career already.
But I have found an appreciation for him, just being honest with me in that aspect on a creative level. Like, don't always tell me my shit fire.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. You don't need no yes man around you. No, that's facts. That's facts. Having a good, healthy set of people that hold you accountable in life is always super and dope. I have a good support system of people that I've created for my
I love that
circle, right? Because we can't help who we're born around and into and all that kind of stuff, but we can control who's in our immediate circumference of who we choose to allow in. Right? I noticed that I respond to stimuli different from different people. Right? So with me understanding that, then I have to sometimes close off certain things so that way that stimuli won't make me react in a way that I don't want to carry myself now. Go ahead.
You just taught me something.
Well, I'm old as hell.
You just taught me something because I think that I'm similar in that regard. Like certain stimulants from different people, I respond differently.
For sure.
But I still think I'm overall, of course, I'm the same person to everyone, but I'm like my responses to certain things my patience or my grace to certain things be like,
facts.
I can't give you what I would give this other person.
Facts.
So I feel that.
I sit here, if you watch the show, me and my brother sit here and roast each other the entire episode, right? Because we've known each other 36 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm 41. I've known that boy since I was 5 years old. I remember watching Power Rangers with Dog. You feel me? So like when he hit me with a joke, the response is different because it's natural. Like that's in the field together. You feel me? But if somebody else hit me with that same joint, we in the parking lot. Because you don't know me like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I respond different to different stimuli from different people. However, right? So to get this back on track, in your catalog, because I know you often say you record when you want to at this point. You know what I'm saying? You've educated yourself on how to get these records done. You know how to record. We've made jokes about how to record. You know what I'm saying? So I know you know the vibes for real, right? Out of all these records, what's the one that's your standout record to you in your catalog with all those records?
All these records.
Yeah.
That I've self-recorded. You know what? I can say that the song Blessed on my new album, it stands out a lot to me. Because I didn't have much of an idea when I went to record that song. I was pretty blank on the whole like sheet or the blueprint of where I was going to go with this. And then like, when I started recording, immediately started saying how blessed I was about all of these things in my life. And that song came out so good with it having like no idea, no structure to it. Like it just naturally came for me. And it's one of my favorite records on my album. So I believe that song has not even touched 1% of how big the song is going to be. Yeah. So yeah.
Blessed. The title itself speaks to that Presbyterian background we was talking about a little bit.
God.
Did you get that one straight from your church background? It's like, no. Y'all know I'm crazy on this thing. All right, y'all know it. Okay.
Let me see this Presbyterian.
You hear me?
Down.
I'm not, okay? Because I expected you to be like, I went to a full gospel or coaching church. This one said, nah, the one with the big flags and stuff, with the big cross at the top of it, the steeple. Oh my God, I love this.
Here's the church.
Right.
Here's the people. Open the door.
That's it. That's it. They all out there like, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes. Anyway, so you got a lot of features and collaborations. Like you're a person that you are a go-to person when it comes to collaborations, right? You've worked with some of the biggest names in the city.
All of them.
Yeah. What's your favorite Detroit collab that you've done? Or should I say top 3? Because you got a lot. It's up to you.
I got one that's with Sino and Gucci.
Oh, that's crazy.
That should have had a video. That should have had way more marketing. Like it's a fire song. It didn't get enough light as I think it should have. I got me and Payroll got a fire song, and me and Peasy got a fire song. I got one with Cezah that is not out yet. No one's heard that, but it might possibly be leaked soon or something.
May possibly be leaked.
I think like just I have a lot of classic records under my belt that didn't get the love and the light they were supposed to get. But y'all could go find them.
Yeah,
So just go look it up.
So do you think it's because you was dropping so much heat at one point in time that a lot of collabs kind of got lost? Because I remember when Rob first came back from making the band, right? He was doing a lot of Detroit collabs, and some of them got lost in the sauce because he was just a go-to guy for a minute. You know what I mean? Like you literally, like it's the vibes. Do you think a few of them kind of got just because you had so many records on?
It was just so much going on. It was moving so fast, like. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that because just like Russ has said in a lot of his interviews, it only takes one.
It only takes one.
It takes one. One blows up and everybody can go back and be like, dang, I didn't even know she had that on the catalog. And I'm cool with that. Like, you know, I could have put that song out 8 years ago. You find it today and TikTok, it makes you happy. I'm cool with that.
TikTok does that for artists though. TikTok will bring a song. She's like, that was dropped when? Rodeo songs, cowgirls, all kind of stuff. TikTok making new stars every day out of music that's already been out a lot, right?
Off a simple front camera reel on their phone of them lip singing to their song.
Literally the right influencer can get a hit. As a female artist here, do you have a collaboration that you have not done that you would like to work with a female artist?
Dej Love.
Dej. I think that'd be super dope.
Yeah, I would love to work with her. I think people have in the industry and just in the music, you know, scene alone has spent a lot of time trying to compare our sounds. And you guys, it's like, nah, like we're two different artists and you can hear that in our vibes. You know, we're similar in a lot of ways, but also we have different sounds. And I think us working together and showing people like, y'all got two different sounds here, two different beasts here. That,
for sure.
You know, I think that would be great, you know.
I think that'd be hard.
Yeah,
that would be super hard because earlier when we were having the conversation, that's the person that popped in my brain, but I didn't want to say it because I'm like, this ain't her interview. She can come on the Cobain Report herself if she want me to, you know, right?
You stuff
you know, I'm messy a little bit,
but messy.
You know, because it's your interview, right? I didn't say it, but that's exactly who popped in my head earlier as the person in the city.
Love her. She's
she's
sweet.
A vibe.
You know, like all the times that we're together, it's always a vibe. So it'll happen. It'll happen when it's supposed to.
She's definitely a vibe. Give me your Mount Rushmore of Detroit.
Oh, I knew you was gonna ask me something like that. Love like New Day or
I'll leave it up to you. If you want to do two separate, you can. But give me your Mount Rushmore for Detroit artists. You can give me a male and a female. If you can do the female. Comfortably.
Well, base it off males first. Males, Blade. I think what was that? Okay. Babyface, I think is fire.
Babyface.
And Sean, I'm gonna just say Sean because you know he's been rocking with me since day one. That's my guy.
Sean really,
but also
cold though.
Shout out to KDZ, Sada, Payroll, Peasy, Bezo. Like Bezo is my dog. Like he had me in his movie Price of Love. Not to get off track, but you know he's always been supportive of me. Audie Money. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of people off the top of my head, but I rock with everybody. Like, you know, I've been locked in the scene for a minute, so let's get to the ladies. Not much more the ladies.
This is where this goes. All right, I'm gonna let you do you. Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm gonna start with Aaliyah.
Oh my God, legend.
I'm gonna start with her because I love her, top to bottom.
This might be tough.
It is tough. It is me.
You on it? Oh God, yes.
I'm on there.
Gotta be.
And like my third. I'm swifting through my catalog of people in my head. I feel like I should just go old school. Like, of course I want to go new, but I'm kind of cool on that. I'm kind of dang, the silence is deadly.
Listen.
It's because my brain just literally blanked when I said women. I said Aaliyah, me, and Aretha Franklin.
Dog, I was waiting on your ass to answer that, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I said you ain't gonna say Reefa. That's the first thing I was gonna say. As soon as he was done, I was like, I'm not gonna overtalk her, but as soon as she gets done, I was like, you ain't gonna say Reefa. You gotta put Aretha on that joint.
Coming. No, I was coming.
No, that's big. That's Street the Hard Way right there.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's a tough and honorable mention to all the rest of y'all because I don't want no smoke. But
oh yeah, like let me go for the ladies real quick. Cash Star, Dej, Low. I ain't no hater. Like Claire, you know, I don't want to just be naming off random people that I like being Care and Claire. Care Bear. I think that's her artist name, but I'm not sure. But it's Care for show with the red hair. She's fire. My girl Mia Simone, fire. Devon and Devion Lynch, fire. I know I'm naming men now, but I'm just naming off artists that are around me that are like comrades and everything like that I feel like need some flowers because
for sure.
You know, shoot, I feel like I'm missing people now.
You're right, because once you start naming,
it'd be like, dang.
Dre Butters.
I'm missing Dre Butters.
Dre Butters, the homie.
Yes, 100%.
Yes, y'all did some records. Yes.
If anybody else comes to mind,
right,
just don't hold it to my.
So we want you to tag yourself down here.
Yeah, please.
Because charge it to her head, not her heart. It's the church fault. You know what I'm saying? All right. We gonna get it. Movies. Right, you're doing movies right now. You've been acting. You've been doing your due diligence, and you're going to LA and learning the game and doing all the things that you're supposed to do. Talk to me about what inspired you to get into acting.
It was never on my list of things to do. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay,
but we got a call one day about a movie called Ring of Silence. They needed someone to fill in for Kaylani, and I was like, "Let's do it."
That's the vibes, though. Y'all similar as shit.
Yeah,
yeah.
And I love her.
Yeah,
everything about
too.
her.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Let's just do it."
You know, right? Gee, shameless plug. Hey,
add the little thing in there.
Listen, we can do Zoom. I understand you got a real. What's going on?
Let us know, girl.
We capable. No. So,
they needed me to take Kaylani's place in this movie. She wasn't able to make it. So I went and did it. I didn't have time for rehearsals. I didn't get time to do anything. I got right on set and knocked my part out. And the director was like, "Wow, she's never had any acting classes or anything." We're like, "No." She was like, "Wow, she's a natural. Like, this is something she needs to get into." And so from there, I was just like, "All right, we're open for acting." You know, so
no, that's crazy. That's a different see, another lane, another stream. I like the fact. I think that the personality that you have, I think you Gemini would be a great. I think that's the vibes. What's your favorite movie or production that you've been a part of so far with your movie career?
That I've been in so far. Recently, I was just in a TV series called We Different with Dennis Reed. That's about a group of friends that all have their own relationship issues that are just like, wow, is that really something you're going through? Like
sisters? Like
it's 5 group of friends, so it's like males and women, but definitely a fun movie to shoot. Just overall great storyline. I also enjoyed shooting Price of Love. That was Ice Bezos' movie. I played Jasmine in that. Got to kill a couple people. You know, like who doesn't enjoy that?
Yeah, no, for sure. I get to get out this inner shit I got working on. I'm glad that you are diversifying because what I found as an artist, right? I got to get out. Like the older I get, I start to be selective in what I want to put out musically because I want to put out things that represent just who I am at this growth and big grown stage of my life, right? So being able to diversify as an artist, I think is very it's very needed because if not, you'll die. You know what I mean? Like the less you work, the less you produce. I believe that the craft and your hunger starts. You just start to become like, I'm comfortable with what I've done so far.
Yeah, it's too automated at that point. Yeah. It's like you're just, you know, like, oh, this is what I got to do. Let me do it. And it's like, nah, we want the authenticity. Yeah. You know, we want people to feel like this is exciting. Yeah. You're enjoying the process. Now we could be a part of the process and enjoy it with you. Yeah. You know, but if you seem miserable doing it, then I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's hard for me to be a part of that.
Yeah. Yeah. I saved this little bit of questioning for the end-ish because I know this is something that you don't really like talking about that much, right? But the Roc Nation deal. I know it's a little funky, but right, we going down the journey.
Yeah,
I guess fair question.
It's part of the journey.
So, talk to me about being on Roc Nation in general, right? We talking the vibes of we talking hip hop, right? Talk to me how you felt first when it first happened. The excitement, because you made at that point, right?
Yeah, I made it.
Yeah,
it's like I'm living the life that people would kill for. You know,
sure.
I felt on a cloud, obviously.
For sure.
but I also felt like I had a standard that like I had to uphold. Like I had to, like I said, I had to work harder. Like of course I felt like I made it, but I was like, this is just the beginning. This is nothing. Sure. And so it felt good.
Yeah.
Felt like a blessing.
Yeah. And you started to move into the work period.
Yeah.
Right. And then you started to produce. You started to do what you love to do. Right. That had to be like probably the greatest feeling in the world, right? To Rocc Nation. And I'm working and I'm just creating a project that you at that point in time you believe is going to be dropped on Rocc Nation, right? Talk to me about that, right? Before we start getting to the right? Talk to me about how it felt in the period of making music that point in time.
You know, I was just trying to be my best. I think that was just like my overall mindset was like getting in the studio. So back then I wasn't as good of a writer as I am now. So of course I was working with writers, or like the producer I was working with would write. And I was also still in that like discovery mode of like, how do I want to sound? Who is my target audience? You know, because one of my audiences was like on a cloud vibe. And the other half of my audience is like slash tires, bust out the, you know. So I'm sitting here in the middle, like, where am I going?
Yeah.
And so that was like a little struggle area for me. But I've like overall just enjoyed the process of making music with new producers and discovering new sounds and like really like tightening up my songwriting situation. Back then it was like rough for me. I'm struggling to figure out what it is I want to do, how I want to sound and all of that. But yeah, so that's where I was at with that. But overall, those 11 songs that people might not ever hear on that album, fire. I'm talking about high level production, you know, just like next level records that are like really world and life changing.
So you said you got a white album out here? You got a white album? If y'all know, the white album from the Jay-Z era was the album that was like the elephant, you know, the pink elephant. If you found that joint, you feel me?
Listen, and it's some people that have heard some records that were on that album, and to this day they're like, "Are you ever? Dang, we need that song." And I'm like,
crazy
I don't know
word.
if that'll ever happen.
Yeah.
You know? Actually, you know, now that I think about it, there is a way for it to possibly happen where it's like not sold. You know, like give the records for free. It is what it is. Like the fans been waiting anyways for that. You know, that's a possibility. Or one of those like offer pay what you want things. You know, they got those websites now where artists can make money independently. You pay what you want for these records type of situation.
Number five. So my past interviews, you're the 5th artist. Right, I had 4 straight in one day, and they was just like, "Yeah, I took my stuff off. I'm doing this. I'm putting it behind a paywall." Right. So Detroit Diamond was here not too long ago. She did the exact same thing. She was like, "Yeah," and she left here. We donated and sold into her life, right? And she sent us the record. I've listened to the record, and the record is awesome. But I love the fact that they can get the money directly. Right? You don't have to worry about anybody trying to stiff arm you or like hold your music and hold your money for your production and what you wrote and what you came up with. That is I'm gonna shut up, but that's the shadiest shit. I cuss, so that's the shady. It's a shady game.
Y'all
you know
see
what I'm saying?
Russell doing right now? With he's trying to sell, what is it, 1 million records in a year or something like that. So we're in the real time process of him doing that and keeping up with his numbers in real time, and he's doing this all. I think it was independently before he might have just signed a new deal. But yeah, I think that
artists taking their power back.
Yeah.
Y'all are grabbing it back from the industry and from these labels. You know, they eating off y'all and these streaming things, especially people that who have a high volume of listeners. Y'all are feeding the whole website pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all are the ones that, you know, the 300 listeners, you ain't getting no money anyway. You got 0.03, but the ones that are high volume, y'all keeping them alive. You know, so if y'all unified and took it off and found a different way, they got to figure out something else or start paying us the right way.
Compensate us properly.
Yeah, for sure. All right. We almost done. We almost there. So now the end. It started to get ugly. It started to get dirty. You couldn't release the music. All the things started to happen.
2 years.
Talk to me about that period. Ooh.
You know, I had gotten kind of used to this whole bad guy persona that people tried to portray on me in the back end, but I just want people to know that this is just a testimony to be part of like my journey that I'm going through, and that I've never from jump of my career ever had a malicious intent when working with anyone. And I think that has been the thing that weighed on me the most. It's kind of been being painted out as like somebody who would use anyone to get to a particular space in her career or like whatever. But you know, I sat around and I waited and I gave people chances to show me their abilities to do certain things and help me get where I want to be in my career. They failed at that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to take initiative to, you know, get my career where it needed to be and not waste too much time. You get to your 30s.
Yeah.
You look up, you get to your 40s, and you know, like time passes, you got time to fucking waste.
It's you.
And that's nothing against anyone or anybody. Like, you know, you grow apart from people. It's natural.
For sure.
And like I over the years have built like a beautiful team of people around me. It might be small. People can look at it, but it's strong, baby. And they solid and they hold me down and we get things done how they should be done. Mm-hmm. And so when all of this is said and done and over with, people will know. I'll definitely make an announcement like I'm finally free at last.
Right.
But also I don't want to make it a big deal. It's just like a small part of my journey. It is what it is. I had to go through it so that I could educate myself and move differently in the future. And also show artists that are coming after me, like, be educated. Know what you're getting yourself into.
For sure.
You know, I just want to be able to help people not go through what I've gone through.
Yeah. So I want to just say this to you, and it's because of what you said in your last statement. You don't owe loyalty to anybody but yourself when it comes to your career, your craft, and your sweat equity, right? They think you a diva, let them. Aretha walked around with a mink coat, big titties, and a Gucci purse, all right?
Yeah.
And a bad bra, okay? So she didn't give a damn what nobody said, and she was winning the grave same way she rocked it. You know what I'm saying? You don't owe anybody anything but yourself. And your craft and what you put into it, right? Let them think what they want to think. If they think that you use people, I'm a capitalist. Yeah, I do what I need to do.
To get to that
you
point
hear
where
me?
It's like, fuck them.
Yeah,
let them think whatever. And I've never, like, maybe one time I got on the internet. It was like I went on live and I got to trying to break it down to people and make it make sense. But I was like, fuck this. Like, people gonna think whatever. You know, like Nikki said, y'all need a bad guy. Yeah, who else is gonna be the bad guy?
And the weird part about it is, they would do you the same way you doing them. Yeah. A label or whatever, they don't. Come on, man. I talked about this not too long ago. They put life insurance policies on niggas and let them go out there and be crazy. They don't give a damn about you.
They don't.
So you don't owe any loyalty to anybody but you, Sister Evangelist Neisha Neshae at the Presbyterian.
Amen, Lord.
You know what? I got her tuning up. I listen. You ain't gonna see that on nobody else's podcast. I need to play I got shout triggers. Amen. All right. Future, what's happening? What are you currently working on? What you thinking about? Is there a project that fans should be looking forward to?
Oh, like I said, so late last year I dropped my debut album. It's called Redirection. So that is like a audio diary version of my life. Okay. Over like 4 or 5 years, because the songs have been recorded
over that time.
Yeah. And like I've been through a lot during that period of time. So that's a beautiful project to check out. 12 songs, all recorded and written by me. I am in the new TV series We Different. That's on Tubi. I just finished recording a new movie called Going to the Gym. So that will be out soon too.
What the hell? What that?
Not going to the gym, but going to the gym as in JIM.
Oh. Okay.
So that should be really good.
That sounds like it's a little interesting. Okay. Where do you see Neisha Neshae 5 years from now?
I have to double back on the question. There's 2 more things to add.
Go ahead.
I have a show in Austin, Texas coming up. I'm performing at South by Southwest.
Oh, snap.
So that'll be the 14th and the 16th. And then after that, I have April 30th in Chicago. So
you working?
Anyone that's tuned in right now, if you're in the Chicago area, come see your girl.
Yeah. And make sure you support, buy tickets. Don't sneak in. Buy tickets. we independentry. You heard us stealing, taking music, all the stuff going on. Support the sister, okay? Go buy. And she gonna drop links and all that stuff so y'all can find where to get the music and all the good stuff, okay? Yep. 5 years. Where do you see Neisha Neshae in 5 years?
5 years, I will have opened my own studio. progressed in my career tremendously, like major features and things. I'm not really pressed to be signed to a major label. I think distribution is good, you know, because if you got all the extra stuff, all you kind of need is like a bag to push the songs out and market and do all of that. That's really all you'd be missing. The label's cool, but it's not like
necessary. In 2026. It's not. It's not.
I'll be
a good Gazi buzz will help out a little something. But
I'll be 35 in 5 years, so you know I will be a profitable trader because I'm day trading.
Yeah. Diversification.
Yeah, and just that's just where I'm at. Like the evolution will be there. I will have grown tremendously in 5 years, and my music career will have taken off. I'll be in major movies.
Yeah. Speak those things.
Yeah.
Facts. I want to say thank you, right?
Of course.
First of all, I want to thank you for your vulnerability. I want to thank you for being transparent. Thank you for being real, right? And taking time out your busy schedule to come to the Cobain Report and bless my audience with a one-on-one interview, which is a lot different. This is an exclusive, because it's just me and her. It's just me and her, right? But I want you to let them know where to find you at, right? And where they can find the body of work for now before you go and take it off.
You guys can follow me on all social media at Neisha Neshae. And my new album is available on all streaming platforms. It's called Redirection. My movies are out on Tubi. And, you know, just welcome to the journey. If you're new here, you know, stay tuned. Amazing things are happening. And if you've been here, I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, because we ain't going nowhere. Your core fans, we really we ain't going nowhere.
No, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm blessed to have that.
I was listening to your music the whole ride down here.
And he takes it from city to city to state to state.
Listen, God is good. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, so thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Cobain Report. You can follow me at Rocc_Cobain. You can follow us at, it's in the lower thirds, it's always messed up, at _Cobain_report. Nailed it! Praise God for more blessings. Okay. And y'all can follow Cezah. He'll be back sometime next month. It's fine. And I think, as we always say, right? It's a wrap.
It's a wrap, baby.
Yes, sir, I'm blessed, don't play boy, cause I got a man. Tailor made just for this fit, I'm gonna cut the sweat. I'm the man, good hearted shorty with me acting bad. Shout out to mans that are tightened up since they became a dad.